Hey Missouri, my name is Garrett Varley, and I'm a residential life insurance producer here in the state of Missouri. And before you pass me up, I understand that many people believe that life insurance is a luxury for the rich, but I want to break it down to you and tell you how life insurance can benefit the living, as well as how it can protect your family after you have departed from this world. But I want to open on the reason why I believe you should consider contacting me instead of using Google the next time you want to learn something or really anything about life insurance. So if you use Google, this is what's going to happen. The site you go to is going to request your phone number and your email. After you give it to them, they are going to take your information and they are going to sell it. And then they're going to sell it again and again and again. And maybe I'm conspiratorial, but your request is going to end up in front of 5 dozen different agencies, and every single one of them is going to try to email you, message you, or call you a dozen times. And for the next 10 days, you're going to battle a constant flood of spam contacts from dozens of providers that more often than not may not seem legit. And most, if not all, of the reps that you talk to are going to end up being foreign agents working overseas. Now, I've got some good news. I'm not Google. And I personally take the effort that all of my resources for reaching new people are owned, designed, and operated by myself. This gives me the ability to determine how my business is presented, but more importantly, it allows me to preserve your information with integrity and prevent your information from being sold to third parties. This means you're not going to have to talk to dozens of agents in order to get an approval, and that your interactions with me are protected from the risk of exposure to malicious service providers, as well as being able to guarantee that you will be connected with me as a U.S. representative. I refuse to sell your information. I think the internet unfortunately does business wrong, and generally the experience is just made worse by inclining you to provide sensitive information just for the sake of harassing you with poor marketing practices and clogging up your emails, text messages, and phone calls. So this video doesn't technically cost me anything but my time to produce and market it, but when it comes to the pros and cons of outsourcing the development of my resources or granting access to those resources to a third party, I've come to the conclusion that I don't believe doing so supports the standard of my business, nor does it support the expectation of my potential clients. My primary goal is to provide you with high quality information about life insurance. This includes your possible interest in purchasing your own policy, as well as my ability to provide information and opportunities to sell life insurance. And selling your information to third parties just simply doesn't fit into that goal. I've acquired a partnership with a rapidly growing national agency that can provide access to materials and resources for people considering, seeking, and who already have careers in life insurance. The agency provides education to prepare for state testing, career support and development through organized interactions with other agents, and warm lead generation for those who are licensed and do not wish to produce their own leads. This is a sales opportunity, and the best part about selling life insurance, other than the protection it provides you and your family, is that it's highly lucrative in nature and often offers a greater commission than many other industries. Based upon my own experience examining high-ticket sales offers, selling life insurance often offers 4 to 10 times the commission per monthly dollar spent by my client. So if you feel like the product you represent costs too much or pays too little, working with me and my agency partner could be a great option to provide a product that inspires your confidence and is easy to fit into the budget of any client. Life insurance is highly resistant to objections. The client has an almost complete ability to determine the price or amount of coverage themselves, which opens up its application for people who don't necessarily have a large income. And Life insurance is designed to protect the value of your life. Whether or not that value is lost prematurely due to some sort of unforeseen circumstances like an accident or not, it serves as a mean of expressing and in some cases receiving a piece of that value when time and effort is limited by your lifespan. Its most common use is to acquire monetary compensation for the debts created by the passing of loved ones and can cover a part or the entirety of their funeral expenses, as well as help address things like loss of income and the preservation of resources owned by the individual, such as a mortgage, a business, or a pension. Expenses created from the entombment of a loved one average in cost between $1,200 and $7,000. The cheapest option, direct cremation, where the body is burned and returned in some sort of a vessel, without service from a pastor or a burial, starts at that $1,200 mark. And if you are considering services, burials, caskets, or other administrative expenses, the price rises from there. However, an individual does not necessarily need to be deceased in order to benefit from owning a policy. Many policies have optional riders that will allow the policy owner access to a portion of the value of their policy in events which have caused them to become disabled, as well as if they must be submitted into secondary care through a facility during potentially deadly health decline. Secondarily, the living can benefit from their own policy through the use of policy loan options. A policy loan option can provide security for making major purchases. Having even a small policy can help provide for things such as purchasing a home, a business, starting an investment fund, or acquiring a down payment to leverage with creditors, and is often more accessible than traditional credit-based loans because it depends on consistency of payments rather than credit to determine eligibility. On top of that, every life insurance policy has the benefit of creating cash value over time, and in many cases, at a greater interest rate than other more traditional purchases, such as secured deposits or IRAs, even if the person seeking information cannot qualify for premium coverage due to falling within some sort of high-risk category. Best of all, these interest rates are protected and guaranteed by the U.S. government. Except in the case of term coverage, which is used to provide temporary coverage rather than permanent. Likewise, businesses can receive advantages for providing life insurance to their employees. Offering policies to employees is a deductible expense, and when businesses offer policies to employees, the employer either pays the policy in full or in part with contributions from the employee, both of which provide for more favorable tax treatment for either the employer, or both the employer and employee at the end of the year. Best of all, I can be your one-stop shop for both business and individual policy, and all of the insurers that I'm contracted through have an A+ or better rating with the Better Business Bureau. Signing up below this video is going to take you to my schedule, where you can choose a time that fits within your schedule to connect with me directly. Once finished with the form, you will receive a confirmation email for your appointment, and I will call you once and either leave a message or talk with you directly to confirm the appointment. If you're not in attendance at the time you scheduled, I will attempt to contact you 3 times using the information provided in the form. But if I can't reach you within those 3 attempts, I will no longer pursue any attempts to contact you unless the link is used again, which can always be found by searching Inbound Solutions here on Facebook. So, if you're interested in pursuing a new, exciting, lucrative career, protecting yourself, your families, and your employees from the burdens of passing, or you are considering making a potentially life-altering purchase, click on the link below, and I'll be looking forward to connecting with you at the time that's most convenient for you. To wrap this all up, I just want to ask that you consider sharing, liking, or commenting here on my video, as it helps my business grow and serves as one of the most effective ways to do so. Thanks for your time and patience, and I'm looking forward to talking to you soon.